So let's start with today's topic, and the today's topic is systematic literature review, right? So what is systematic literature review? Okay, when I talk about systematic literature review or writing a research paper, right? So both of these things get published into a journal, but what exactly is the difference between the two? इन दोनों में क्या difference है? Research paper में we took a new topic and we set objectives and work on that, right? So the topic is new, right? That has never been researched before. The topic is new, that has never been researched before. We use certain tools and techniques. And then get some results, and we work on that results. So this is writing a normal research paper, right? Writing a normal research paper. What is a systematic literature review? So systematic literature review, what exactly do? We took past papers. Let's say our topic is sustainable development. This is the sustainable development in marketing area. So in marketing area. So this is the topic that we want to do the research, right? Objective, so obviously we have to set the objective first for doing any research. Systematic literature review is again a research, right? But setting, what is the first thing? That is setting the objective. Let's say we have decided that we want to write a paper based on systematic literature review, and the topic or the objective will be sustainable development in marketing area. So this will be our topic, or this will be our objective, right? So what we are going to do is, in systematic literature review, we will search for the Scopus Web of Science database. These are the name of the databases. Please understand why do we search for the database? Database we search for because we want to know who all has worked on this particular topic that is called as sustainable development in marketing area. So we want to find out the papers that has already been done on this topic, right? And we gather the information about that paper in our paper, on the paper that we are going to write based on the systematic literature review. So what is a systematic literature review? Is basically the already existing papers. Please isko dhyan se dekhiye. This is already existing papers. And we will use those papers for writing systematic. इसको मैं शॉर्ट फॉर्म लिखूंगी अब हर बार SLR. तो मैंने क्या बताया अभी आपको? I told you what is a systematic literature review. Systematic literature review होता है, the first thing is we have to set the objective, right? So let's say हमने objective set किया sustainable development in marketing area. तो हम क्या करेंगे? जो already existing papers हैं उनको निकालेंगे और उनको देखेंगे हमारा कौन सा पेपर, कौन से पेपर्स इस टॉपिक पे हैं, और उनके बेसिस पे हम एक नया पेपर लिखेंगे इनके बेसिस पे, राइट? इन सब पेपर्स को, इन पेपर्स के साथ एक नया पेपर लिखेंगे और उस पेपर को हम क्या बोलेंगे? सिस्टमैटिक लिटरेचर. व्हाट आई वाज ट्राइंग टू टेल यू, दिस सिस्टमैटिक लिटरेचर रिव्यू, systematic literature review is basically based on the we write the new paper on a particular topic based on the previous papers, right? The whole paper, this whole paper is based on the previous paper, not even a segment, the whole paper. Whatever the content that we are trying to put into this paper is based on the previous papers. So let's start with the systematic literature review, right? So I'll be writing this short form always. So what is a systematic literature review? It is based on the previous papers, right? So what is the first step? The first step in bibliometric analysis is to set the objective, right? Set the objective. Let's say हम thrift stores पे, this is a new technical term that is called as a thrift stores. So thrift stores पे we want to work. This is our objective, right? So this is the first thing to, that is to set the objective. Let me take you to one of the papers of the this thing in which they have set the objective. Look, this is the introduction paragraph of this systematic literature review paper. Look at this. I want each one of the participants to read this. The following research question guided the SLR. What are the theoretical concepts and tradition that underpin the empirical and theoretical studies of HRD in SMEs? So this is the topic. Can you see to this? How is HRD in SME studied from a methodological perspective, and in what context is it studied? What context dimension of HRD is investigated in SME's concept? So ye kya, what is this? So this is the objective of this SLR. So what this SLR talks about, it talks about basically HRD, human resource development in small and medium enterprise. So this is the objective. And where do you write your objective? When you are writing the systematic literature review, in the introduction paragraph, in the first paragraph, right? So this is very, very important. Just look at this. This is the introduction of the paper, है ना? And यहाँ पर you can read it very clearly. So they have mentioned the objective very clearly. Can you see to this? What are the antecedent, decision, and outcome of CE on social media? So this is the objective of the study. What are the theories, context, and methods used to study the CE on social media? So what we are trying to do, based on the previous papers, we are trying to gather information, right, about these following three aspects, right? So this is the objective that has been mentioned very clearly into this paper. Look at this. This is one paper. There is a diagram onto that. Look at this. Establishing the research objective and questions. Can you see this? Ye pad pa rahe ho sabhi? Are you able to see this? This is a diagram. Look, when we are going for a systematic literature review, try to make more and more of the diagrams. I'll show you more. I'll also show you how the diagrams will be made, right? So this is establishing the research objective or questions. Look at this. This person has mentioned it here as well, right? Uske baad, boundaries, conceptual boundaries. So he has talked about this. Everything he has mentioned. Look, research methodology part, search boundaries. What he has done, he has talked about ABS ranked the journal. He has included the papers. Actually, what we have to do, we have to include the papers into this, right? Previous papers. So he has written this. He has only considered the ABS ranked journal, primary and secondary subject area, electronic database, and search term. Look at this. So he has used these search terms to find out the his papers, and this is the time period covered. So if you know, and applying the exclusion criteria, validating search research. Look, these are the kind of the diagrams. If it is there in your paper, that speaks in itself. The next step is to search the database. This is the next steps, right? So how do you go for this database? So what is the database? What is a database? Database is a, like Scopus is a database. Scopus, Web of Science. These are the databases. So let me take you, you have to search for your papers in some of the databases. So I'll be using the Scopus today and to find out the papers, right? So the next important thing is, so when we are searching for this into the database, so let's move to that only. Let's say this is a Scopus database. Just look at this. This is how the Scopus database looks like, right? So yahan se start karte hain. So this is like, what do you want? There is so many search terms. You can search into the article title, abstract, keyword, authors, first author, source title, article, abstract, keywords, affiliation. Can you see to this? You can see, you can select anything. So let's understand. I am going to select article title, abstract or keyword. In any of the things, my topic can be there. So it will search for those papers. Like let's say thrift institutes, right? Thrift institute. You have to put this into inverted double commas. Then it will consider it as a single word. So if you want, or let's say you want to search, let me tell you one thing. Thrift stores is thrift stores. Thrift stores is a new concept. This is related to the second hand shopping. This concept is related to the second hand shopping. So look, it is not mandatory. The people has worked only on this topic that is called as a thrift stores. So there can be some other words, thrift thrift stores as thrift shopping. There can be different words. The different authors must have used the different words. So what we have to do is we have to write everything. Like we have written thrift stores, thrift shopping, right? Second hand shopping. It means basically second hand fashion. So let's understand uske upar if we want to make a research, let's thrift institutes, second hand shopping, right? So is tarah se if we put word, right, and let's say isme second hand clothes bhi likh sakte hain, clothes, right, and let's put it here and enter. Let's see how many documents. One document. Isko let refine second hand shopping likhte hain, second hand fashion likhte hain, right? 17 documents. Can you see to this? This is, so it means what? So it means what? Look at this. I have got 17 papers, right? So 17 people has already worked on these topic. So, but 17 papers is too less. Minimum papers that should be included in your SLR is 40. So this is the number that has been given by Justin Paul. 17 papers will not serve our purpose. So we have to widen our things, right? So let's remove, let's work only on Thrift Institute first. Let's see how many papers do we get. Let me write this word as thrift store. $49, right? So what I wrote was thrift stores. So that is a good enough. So what we will do is, let's say we will, okay, let me, this is one way, है ना? ये तो बहुत, इसमें already there is very less research that has been done onto this topic. Let me talk about the sustainable development in teaching. Let's see what will happen. I don't know. I'm typing it for the first time. Not in teaching. Sustainable development, only word. I will, let me type it here and then see. It will be huge number. Look at this, 3,11,408. So what I'm trying to tell you is, like, uske baad you have different options. Like you can, you have different criteria for selecting further. So 2023 or 2000, you can see, you can select only 2023 and 22 as well, right? Search criteria mein, you do not want the author name. Subject area you can restrict. Let's say social science or business management, we want to restrict, right? And we say, let's say we want only the articles, right? And we want only the articles that is final, right? We do not want the article in press and all that. And keywords also, sustainability, right? And we do not want the sustainable development. And limit to, if we limit to all this, the paper size will decrease. Look at this, 2548. What we have done, we have, on the basis of certain criteria that is written on the left side of it. So based on this, the number of papers has reduced, right? So, on the basis of this, what you will be doing is you will be mentioning this in your paper. What you will be doing is you will be mentioning all these criterias, the criterias that you have selected, criterias selected to choose the paper becomes the part of the research methodology. What I'm saying is the criteria selected to choose the paper becomes the part of the research methodology. Let me take you to one paper that talks about this. Look at this. Yahan par what I have done is, and this is being depicted using a Prisma model. So when we are doing a systematic literature review, so all the criteria that we have followed here, so it has to be mentioned here in the Prisma diagram. Look at this. Let's say unique records from Scopus 72, unique records from WOS, Web of Science 54. So total records, that is what we have got is 126. First screening based on articles and language. So how much we have got? 106. Out of total records 126, we have got 106. Right. Next, what second level screening we will be doing. So we have deleted this much of records. After that, we have got 49. Still, we have deleted someone because of the impact factor or site score. So how much do we have got? 35. So this paper still they have done the they have deleted some more papers, and in the last they have got 27, right? So this is how you have to make the Prisma model. So based on this, so what is the 4 steps? First is identification, total number of papers that we have got initially, for screening, for eligibility. Means isme what we have to do, we have to use the search criteria, है ना? And on different stages, how many papers we have deleted all the time. It is also important. Let me take you to another file of mine only. This is my paper. We have worked on the one paper that is called as a Thrift Institute, right? So what we have done is we have took the papers out of Scopus and Web of Science. So the total number that comes out to be was more than 60. Can you see? It was more than 70. So when we when we started reading the abstracts of the paper, now we started reading the abstract of different papers, right? So we found the paper are not good enough. Like on the first glance, it seems they are good, but they were not good, right? So we have deleted those papers. So we did the screening. That is the third part. Can you see to this? This is the screening part. First part, what is the first part? Identification, the total number of papers that we got. After that, we use the screening. Screening means what? This is what the screening is like. We use certain criteria. We put restriction here. We selected only business management and accounting. So we put certain restrictions. So that is called as a screening. What is the third step? Eligibility. Eligibility means the papers that seems to be good, but they are not good enough for us. Like, you know, this is the 70 around papers that we have got initially, right? So, but on screening, we found that only 60 papers belongs to us. Like these are the papers only that belongs to us. So we deleted some more. So like this Prisma model has to be made. I'll tell you how to extract the papers now, right? So yahan tak to aa gaya. CSV export we have to do. Look at this. This much information you can extract. This whole information about all the papers. So how much papers do we get out of here? 49. Right. So 49 papers mein 49 papers ki sari information, all the information of those 49 papers we want to know, right? So what the Scopus database has given us the access ki we can have this much of information about all those 49 papers with respect to thrift stores, right? This is the word that I have typed in here. So you can see here like authors ID, document title, year, EID, source title. Just look at all these informations you will get abstract. This is very important. Please do use this abstract. And is citation information. This all first column information is important. And third column is also very important. And include references. Please just look at this. There is a word include references, and what do we want? We want a CSV file. So in the end, you can click onto this export. So you will see a file will be downloaded in front of you. Yeah, look at this. So this is your file. These are the previous 49 papers. You can see there are 49 papers here. So this is the information that we have got for the 49 papers with this search with the keyword that is the thrift stores, right? So whatever your topic is, whatever your topic is, uske basis pe you have to extract this file. So this file is the master file for all of you. This you have to clean this file now. Once you got this file, you have to clean this file, right? So all the information is not required, all of you, right? So what you have to do is, yahan par there is an abstract here, abstract. This is the column that contains the abstract. So what you can do is, you can put this abstract somewhere else into the other, this thing. I have done it here, and wrap text, if I do it, no, it is too much. Okay, so what you have to do is, let me wrap text. Agar ho jaye, haan, ho gaya. So now it is not important. The papers that we have got is eligible to be included in our study. There might be certain papers that is not, cannot be included, right? So what we have to do, we have to read all the abstracts. So this is the first step. Once you have got this Excel file, so you have to read all the abstract. Right. On the basis of screening, now you will screen the papers, which one is eligible for your study. So what you will be doing is, let's say there are certain papers that is not eligible for your study. So you will try to remove those papers that is not eligible for your study. Right. So yahi se apne record mein se just delete that, so that it does not linger on again and again. You don't see them again. Right. So this is the one thing. Okay. Once you got the Excel file, it is to be cleaned. This is very important, right? सबसे first thing what you will be doing is, you will be seeing the abstracts that is good for you to be kept, other you deleted it, right? Next, uske baad again you will be making one master file. This is the only one thing. Let me show you my work that we people have done. So just look at this, like this is a paper on thrift stores again. So what we have done is, it is next, like this was our master file. Sorry, this was our master file. This is the file that we got extracted from the Scopus database, right? This is the file that we have abstracted. So, but we deleted some papers, and now we are making another file, right? Now we are making another file with certain titles. Look at this, with certain columns only. Like, what is important for us now? For each paper, we have to, like, authors is important, title of the paper, year of the paper, source, matlab, publication house is important, whether it is source में Scopus, Web of Science, what country, which country this has been, tools used, types of population, publication house, indexing, and ABDC. Can you see to this? What are the factors? What are the theories? Now, this Excel file, you have to put, what you have to do, you have to download now. You have to download all the papers that comes into your master file. Now, after that, you have to fill all the columns of this now. The columns, this is a master file now. Now, these are the columns that we have decided from each paper. We will get the information of each paper, and we'll be writing, and we will be completing this Excel file of ours, and this becomes a master file. And on the basis of this master file, we'll be making the tables, we'll be making the figures. So what are the basic sections of the paper? First is the introduction, right? Second is the normal paper. There is a review of literature, but when we write SLR, there is no review of literature. So we write about the research methodology. Research methodology includes which all paper, what is the inclusion exclusion criteria? In your paper, and what are the steps followed while carrying out the research? So Prisma model is a part of it. Prisma model is a part of it. Then comes, first is introduction, second is the research methodology, third is the analysis part. Analysis part, when we talked about here in analysis, we write about, let's say, country, with respect to country, tools used. Meta-analysis. Meta-analysis is a part of analysis, data analysis. Research methodology, Prisma model is a part of the research methodology. Analysis, meta-analysis is a part of analysis, data analysis.